This is a gear cube. I only have one gear twisty puzzle in my collection, and it's the one you're seeing right now, but today I've got some more to unbox because QiYi has been making a lot of gear cubes lately. In fact, the one in my hands is also made by QiYi, and we're gonna be unboxing them today. So this is a gear cube. This is the one by Raphael Puzzle, so it's not the one that's like normal per se. This is the one that's normal, and it's a speed version. Gear cube is probably the only puzzle that I didn't put in my like non-WCA ranking video that I probably should have. It's smaller than I expected, which is... So before I do first turns on this, I just want to say, I've heard that this puzzle has some very questionable quality control. Someone on Discord told me that they got 2 of these, and one of them turned twice as well as the other, so let's see if we get a good one. This might be a good one. I don't know. I also don't know what the good ones actually look like when they turn. It's weird feeling a magnetized gear cube though. Like this feels wrong somehow. It does, wait. Okay, that's good. Okay, so it only magnetizes to the half turn, which makes sense. That's really good because it is, you know, a gear cube. I'm guessing it's just magnetizing the inner corner to the inner edge, which only lines up on the half turn, so that makes sense. So another thing I've recently learned is that this and this are actually different puzzles, apparently. I can't quite wrap my head around it, but basically this is considered a super gear cube for some reason, which is the same thing as this puzzle if these like inner edge bits right here were actually colored. So let's see if I can solve a non-super gear cube, which is literally just this but easier, just for the sake of the video. I'm not going to speed solve it. I actually haven't solved a gear cube in a hot minute, but it's deceptively easy, so it should be okay. Alright, so we've got an H perm. I don't know what to do about that. Can I just do this? Well, that did something. Okay, I actually don't know what to do about this, which is kind of embarrassing because I should be able to solve this because it's a freaking gear cube. These things are like actually deceptively easy. It's interesting though that they made a speed gear cube. There's never been like a speed gear puzzle made, or even I think a magnetic one at all, but it does feel nice to get that click. I'm just trying random stuff at this point. Why am I so bad at this? Okay, well that's solved. I keep like going in circles. I'm just gonna scramble it and start over. This is the most noob method ever, but I don't care. Alright, let's do this again. So, first thing you do is solve the corners. There we go. And now, I had like a few short algorithms. Let me test them out on this one. Okay, now that I've tested out my algs, let's do that here. Already I'm immediately seeing that like we could probably use one of these algs at least. So now all these edges are in the right place. They're rotated wrong. And I think what I have to do is just literally just rotate this until they're right. I did it, guys. I solved the gear cube. For a gear puzzle, this is actually crazy. I think the magnets need to be stronger, and if they could make it smoother, that'd be great, but like compared to this, and this is really good, don't get me wrong, this puzzle's awesome, but like compared to this, you can tell that this is a speed cube and the other one isn't, which is nice. And again, it is a bit smaller than expected. Here it is next to a standard 3x3, so it's about the same size. So I guess it's not smaller than expected. I just got thrown off because this is actually a bit bigger, so... Yeah, if you have the Raphael gear cube, it's about this size. Also a nicer shade of green. Anyway, that's the first gear cube out of 4 that we're going to be unboxing in this video. Let's stick that one right over there. The next one is going to be the so-called 2x2 gear cube. Now this, I don't really consider to be a twisty puzzle per se, and you're going to see why. We've got instructions, we're not going to be needing them. Oh, and the other, and the speed gear cube actually came with instructions too, I just noticed that. It's just like underneath all the packaging apparently. But here it is now. So this puzzle right here is basically a gear shift. If you don't know what the gear shift is, I have one of those too. I know I only said I had one gear twisty puzzle, but I don't actually consider this to be a twisty puzzle. It doesn't do any actual like turns the way you would think a gear cube would. The way that you turn this is you actually pull these layers apart, and you can turn these like gears here, and then that rotates like a whole face at once. Now, this might remind you of another puzzle, because this can be seen as like a similar type of puzzle to Rubik's Clock, which I also don't consider to be a twisty puzzle, but some people do, and they would probably also say that this is a twisty puzzle. But like, you can't really do any like moves that change the piece's position on this thing, so that's why. You can also do this move, which looks really cool, And I hope that it works on the new QiYi one as well, because it is really fun to do. It doesn't really do anything, it just rotates like the entire puzzle at once, but it's fun. So let's see what we got here. The first difference I'm immediately noticing is that the gears are actually different on this one. This one has a 9:6 ratio, while this one has an 8:5. So appreciate that difference, appreciate the symmetry. Oh, come on, dude. Why did I buy this if it can't do the thing? Alright, let's see though. So, it's harder to pull out than the other one. Harder to turn this way than the other one too. Why is the Mefferts one better than this? Dude. The Mefferts one turns better than this one apparently, which is weird. Alright, I'm not gonna do a solve with this one. I've already messed up enough today. Genuinely, the Mefferts one feels easier to turn than the QiYi one, which was not on my bingo card. And you can't do the move. I really wanted to do the move. Oh wait, you can. Wait, is it just hard to do it? You can do it, just very slowly. Because with this, you only need to apply a little bit of pressure this way, and it works, and you are twisting it significantly. And I guess that would still happen with this one, but it's just so stiff that you can't really, like, get it going. Like, you see I'm getting a little bit of twist, getting a little bit of it, but that's really disappointing. That's like the main thing I was looking forward to about this puzzle. Okay, well, I have it. I have it. They call this a 2x2 gear cube, but again, I don't even consider it to be a twisty puzzle, let alone the true analog of a 2x2 gear cube. There is a quote-unquote 2x2 gear cube that was made by Bram and produced by Calvin's Puzzle. I don't have it yet, gonna be getting that in a future video, but that one is also called the 2x2 gear cube, even though it's really more like a 2x2x3 gear cube. For me personally, I think that the only true 2x2 gear cube would just be a 2x2 where you can only make 180-degree turns, because that would be just a gear cube with only the corners visible, which would be the true definition of a 2x2 gear cube. But anyway, all that aside, next up we've got the gear Pyraminx. Now this puzzle is notoriously like annoying to have and solve. So let's see. It's another one by QiYi, as you can see. Instructions. So let's see, is this puzzle as bad as everybody says it is? I don't think so, no. So wait, you can do that? You can do this. It looks like it turns pretty well. So I do want to note that this seems more to me like a gear Jinx Pyraminx than a gear Pyraminx, just because they've got these centers here. And it's actually a shape mod of the gear Scube, which is a teamer puzzle that is very expensive, so I didn't buy it. But you can actually see it's a direct shape mod, like these corners have 6 gears, these have 8. I've told that this one also has a move where you can twist 2 opposite edges that rotates the whole puzzle at once. Yo, wait, that's sick. Wait, that's actually fire. Wait, can I, oh, you can just do that. Yo, it's like a windmill pattern. Wait, that's cool. Okay. Alright, this puzzle's underrated. I don't care. So apparently you can rotate all 4 corners the same direction just by, like, twisting all these edges at once, which is really cool. Oh, you can just flip, you can super flip it just by doing that? That's awesome! Why does this puzzle get so much hate? This is actually cool. Okay, this is sick. What? Okay, that's cool. I actually am gonna have fun with this puzzle, and I'm glad I bought it. So, moral of this video, the 2x2 gear cube is a disappointment, and the gear Pyraminx is actually really underrated. Alright, I think I'm gonna scramble this up. I think I'm gonna scramble it up, and I think I'm gonna try to solve it in this video. And this time, if I'm not able to solve it, I actually have an excuse, because this time it's a puzzle I haven't solved before. Before scrambling it, I forgot to test what happens if you just rotate a corner forever, and if it has any effect on the puzzle. I can see what people mean by turning this thing is tedious. I'm just gonna twist this. Actually, it's easier to turn the whole face. Okay, there we go. And now we've got these edges all rotated wrong and everything else rotated right. I'm not sure what to do about this. So I just want to see real quick, if I just like spin this a lot, will it change anything about solve state? Okay, so I just spun this face a lot and something definitely changed, I'm not sure what. So we're just gonna remember, this needs to be rotated 1 gear counterclockwise, this one needs to be rotated 1 gear clockwise, and this one's fully flipped, the yellow and red. So let's do that again. Alright, so all of these rotated 2 gears clockwise, which is good to know. So if we do this one more time, this yellow-red one will be solved. I'm gonna do the same thing, just kind of spamming that move until we get this one solved, so here goes. And now all these are an odd number of rotations off. I'm not sure what to do about that. Wait, what if that's like how we know that an edge is flipped, if it's like odd number of gears? That might be stupid idea, but I want to try it. So like if I put this in over here, wait, okay, but it's not stupid if it worked. Okay, wait. I'm actually a genius for that. Okay, so I guess that's how you solve it then, because you know that these are all facing the right way if they're not flipped the wrong way. Interesting. Low-key, I'm proud of myself for figuring that out on my own. Like, I really did redeem myself for the crappy gear cube solve earlier. Oh, that's... I don't know what to do about that. I also have another 2-2 swap of centers, so let's fix that again. Alright, that did nothing to fix the one flipped edge situation, but at least we know we can do triple sledge without messing anything else up. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut the solve short there. I'm gonna look up a tutorial for this because it appears to be some kind of parity situation. I don't know how to solve that, but this is actually a really fun puzzle, believe it or not. Definitely more challenging and interesting than the gear cube, and I can see the criticism that turning it is tedious or whatever, but it's actually really fun, and I do not think that the gear Pyraminx deserves the amount of hate that it gets. So I'm just gonna position this like this. I was hoping that would hide the fact that an edge is rotated wrong. It did not. And the final puzzle for today's unboxing is Maltese gear cube. I've seen these in like bookstores for a while. I finally caved and bought one. And this gear cube is a bit different from all the other ones on this table, and I'll tell you why in a bit. Because this gear cube can actually make 90-degree rotations and then continue to turn. So if you know what the Mix-Up Cube Plus is, this is a geared version of that puzzle, basically. It is notoriously difficult. What I really wanted was the Oscar gear mix-up, but those can't be bought anywhere anymore. Why did they mirror the color scheme? Why does Mefferts do this, bro? They did it on this one too. Like, what is with it not being, like, just normal? Anyway. But yeah, this is basically the Mix-Up Cube Plus, a puzzle I don't have, but as a gear puzzle. And one shared property of Mix-Up Cubes is that they all allow, like, multiple rotations. Like, you can have an edge in the center of a face, and you can just do another turn, and that's fine. And that will also scramble the centers and edges with each other, and also the shape of these, like, extra pedals here, which are on the Plus version. So that's, I guess, what this is. This is the geared version of a Mix-Up Plus. Again, it's called the Maltese Gear Cube. Oh, there's a little signature. This is Oscar von Deventer's fault. Amazing. It does turn pretty nicely. It does have a satisfying click once you've completed each quarter turn, which I guess is to remind you that you can actually do quarter turns on this puzzle. And yeah, I'm a little scared of this, if I'm being honest. This is one of those puzzles that I didn't buy for a long time because it scared me, but I just really want a gear cube that can do 90-degree turns, and this is the only one that has that property. Whoa, it's hollow. Whoa, wait, why didn't I not notice that before? Oh, it's a rail mechanism, isn't it? That's so weird, though. What? Like, I could really just, like, take a screwdriver and... Damn. Alright, well, that's cool. This video is already too long, so I'm gonna checkerboard this and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I would like to apologize to the entire GearCube community for not including GearCube in that one video that blew up. I will be doing a sequel to it, don't worry. Anyway, that's all I've got for this video, so on that note, this is Lord of the Cubes, signing off.